Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So I had a few readers asking me, now that the Sony a65 is out, T3i, Canon, or Sony a65? Good question. So I went back and I was looking over the specs of the T3i and I was looking at the new specs of the Sony a65, and I'm thinking that probably my recommendation is the a65. Let's go over some points and we'll give you some reasons why the a65 would be a better buy than the Canon T3i. So first of all, the a65 has the new 24 megapixel sensor in it. That's versus the Canon T3i 18 megapixel sensor. So you're getting a more advanced, newer, higher megapixel sensor in the Sony a65. So that's reason number one. Reason number two would be the autofocus system. So you're looking at a 15-point autofocus system in the a65 versus a 9-point autofocus system in the Canon T3i. So in real-world terms, shooting side by side, they're probably fairly close. But I would think there's going to be those times when the a65 is going to nail it that the T3i is not, due to the more advanced autofocus system. Now, the big thing on the a65, so that'll be reason number two, the autofocus system. The big thing on the a65 is the full-time phase detection AF, and that's the same as it shares with its big brother, the a77, and that's what's going to give us really good full-time video focus, and you don't have that in the T3i. It's not, no camera up to this point has been very good at full-time video focus due to the limited systems that are in it. This new full-time phase detection using the translucent mirror technology, it's the winner now, and I'm going to put that as number three, third reason why you'd want to choose the a65 over the T3i. Now, the fourth reason's a big one too, and people can argue this till they're blue in the face, and it's image stabilization. There is in-body image stabilization in the a65 and none in the Canon T3i. And so you have an advantage right away because every lens you put on the Sony a65 is image stabilized. Now, a lot of people will say, and I've said this in the past myself, that image stabilization, vibration reduction, whatever you want to call it, belongs in the lenses. It works better in the lenses. And I think up until now that has been the point. So has been true. Sony is now claiming 4 stops image stabilization on this, and I think what we're seeing now is we're getting to the point with in-camera image stabilization that it's so close you're probably going to rather have it in your camera body and have it available to all your lenses than to only have it in each lens, pay more for the lenses, and then have certain lenses that don't have it in, such as primes. So big advantage there, I would say, of the a65 is the in-camera stabilization. So that is the fourth one. And then the other thing is 10 frames per second. So shooting speed is huge on the a65, 10 frames per second, and it's 3.7 frames per second on the Canon T3i. So that's 5 big reasons right there why you might want the a65, might want to buy it over the Canon T3i. Now, the price is a little different. It's about $200 more. I just checked at Henry's here in Canada. It's $1149.99 for the a65 with the 18 to 55 kit lens, and it's $949 for the T3i with the 18 to 55 kit lens. Looking at these two, I would probably gladly spend the extra $200 and get the Sony a65. I think Sony's really making a serious introduction or headway or whatever you want to call it into the DSLR market, and Nikon and Canon really better look out, because it's going to be like Apple to the PC world. There's going to be somebody that comes back, innovative new products, constantly updating them and just making them stuff you want to use. These new Sonys look awesome. So my recommendation would be the Sony a65 over the Canon T3i for those 5 reasons. And yes, there's a little bit of a price difference, but I think it's justified. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm correct on these? Is there more reasons? Are some of the reasons flawed? Do you prefer the T3i? Let me know. Put a comment below. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com. And by the way, if you haven't checked out pumpernickelpark.com, if you have little kids, that's my site where I put my books up. I write children's books as well, so I just thought I'd let you know so you could check them out. Some great children's books available as ebooks, so you can show your kids them on the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod Touch, all those type of devices. And also, if you've got tweens or teens, I've just started absolutely free a Diary of a Nerd King. So if your kids have liked Diary of a Wimpy Kid, check out Diary of a Nerd King. It's at nerdkingdiary.com. I'll put the links for both of those below. Thanks, and pass them on to anybody you know who have kids. I appreciate the help with that. And we'll be back soon. Thanks.